Level 1. The Trainee. Jun-kosei-in. You don't have a rank. You don't have a salary. You don't have a name inside this organization yet. You're 19. You grew up Burakumin, descendant of Japan's feudal outcast class. The Untouchables. That was centuries ago. Doesn't matter. No real company will hire you. The bank won't give you a loan. You've been invisible your whole life. And then a man in a very clean suit sees you getting into a fight outside a pachinko parlor in Shinjuku and just watches. Impressed? He makes a call. Now you're here. 6 in the morning, you clean the office. You polish the shoes of men who don't look at you. You stand outside in the rain without an umbrella because no one told you to bring one and you didn't ask. You bow. All day. Every time someone walks past. One evening, an Aniki spills tea on himself and blames you. He grabs your collar and says, "In this organization, you are furniture. Furniture doesn't have opinions. Furniture doesn't make mistakes. You understand? You say yes. You bow. You stay. Because outside, you were nothing. In here, at least, you're becoming something. That belief is the most dangerous thing they ever give you." Level 2. The Soldier. Kumi-in. The ceremony is called Sakazuki, sake sharing. You sit across from the boss. A Shinto priest reads from an ancient text, a ritual cup. Sake, salt, dried bonito fish, passes from him to you. You drink. In that moment, you are reborn. New father, Oyaji. New brothers, Aniki. You have legally, spiritually, permanently cut ties with your blood family. The organization is everything now. They pay you. Just above minimum wage, just enough to keep you grateful. Not enough to leave. Street collections. A noodle shop pays 30,000 yen. A bar pays 80,000 yen. A hostess club pays 500,000 yen. Most people pay. They know how this works. One shopkeeper says he can't. You nod. You leave. You come back that night. You don't smash windows. You don't touch him. You stand in his doorway for 10 seconds and just look at the place. He pays double the next morning. Cash. Envelope. No eye contact. Then you lose a collection. Not stolen, just miscounted. 50,000 yen short. The room is very quiet. Your boss places a white cloth on the table. And a small blade. Yubitsume. Finger shortening. You place your left hand palm down. You remove the tip of your left pinky yourself. You wrap it in the cloth like a gift and hand it to him as an apology. He nods once. Here's what they never tell you. At higher ranks, they skip this entirely. The ritual exists specifically to control the bottom of the ladder. The men at the top make the rules. They don't follow them. You have 9.5 fingers. You walk home. Level 3. The Lieutenant. Shateigashira. You have men now. 6 of them. And you learn immediately. Having men is not power. It's liability. When one gets drunk in Roppongi and puts a man in the hospital, you deal with it. When one skims from a collection, and one always eventually skims, you decide whether to forgive it or punish it. Either choice has consequences you'll manage for months. The police know your name. There's a quiet economy of information between the NPA and mid-level Yakuza that everyone pretends doesn't exist. You give them something small. They give you room to operate. You call this a relationship. They call it an asset. Your tattoo is finished now. Full body Irizumi. 14 months. Covers your back, your chest, both arms to the wrist. It is extraordinary, and it has cost you everything normal. No public pool, no gym, no onsen with your kids. Because your kids are not supposed to understand what it means, and they already do. Your oldest asked you last week if you're a bad person. You didn't answer. Level 4. The Captain, Wakagashira. You're 32. 4 lieutenants report to you, dozens of men beneath them. You think in territory, which blocks are profitable, where police pressure is building. The Yamaguchi Gumi, at its peak controlling 45% of all Yakuza operations in Japan, operates like a corporation with a criminal division, not the other way around. You understand that now? You sit at tables with men from the Sumiyoshi Kai and the Inagawa Kai. The conversations are formal. Saying the wrong thing doesn't cost you face, it costs lives. 2 months ago, a captain got the tone wrong in one of these meetings. He disappeared 3 weeks later. His family received a very formal note of condolence. You can't tell anyone about any of it. Your men report upward. Your family doesn't know. You have more than you ever imagined and no one in the world you can actually talk to. At 3 a.m., you lie in your expensive apartment and the insulation isn't doing what you need it to do. Level 5. The Senior Advisor. Saiko-komon. You survived. That alone means something extraordinary. Most men don't reach here through ability alone. They reach here through ability, luck, and the deaths of several men who were just as capable. The Yakuza at this level doesn't look like crime. Real estate, construction, financial services. The 1992 Boryokuden countermeasures act forced every major syndicate to restructure or face full criminal designation. They restructured and kept doing what they were doing, legitimate on paper, everything else underneath. You have a politician's number in your phone under a fake name. The relationship between organized crime and Japanese political machinery has operated since the US occupation deliberately used Yakuza networks to break leftist labor unions in the 1940s. You are the continuation of a very long story. You are also, for the first time, invisible. No tattoo shows above your collar. You walk into rooms and people see a businessman. They see nothing. That invisibility is the most valuable thing you own, and you know exactly what it cost. Level 6. The Boss. Oyabun. The word means parent, not boss, not godfather. Parent. Every man in the organization is your child. Their failures are your failures. Their enemies are yours. You have signed up for infinite liability in exchange for absolute authority. And the first thing you learn when you sit in this chair is that absolute authority doesn't exist. The information that reaches you is filtered, shaped by the ambitions of the men delivering it. You have more formal power than anyone beneath you, and less clarity about what's actually happening than the lieutenant standing on a corner in Shinjuku right now. Power doesn't give you truth. It gives you a performance of loyalty, and you spend every day trying to read behind it. Your face is tracked by the National Police Agency. Rival organizations study you the way a wolf pack watches a herd, waiting for the moment you slow down. Your own senior advisors are doing the same. The Yakuza had 184,100 members in 1963. Fewer than 19,000 today. Only 5% are in their 20s. The young aren't joining. The empire is aging out. And every man beneath you is watching to see if you know it, so you project certainty you don't feel. Here is the truth. It takes most bosses a decade to understand. The code of loyalty runs in exactly one direction. The organization will take your youth, your relationships, your fingers, your freedom. And when you stop being useful, it replaces you with the same quiet efficiency it uses for everything else. The code protects the institution. The institution does not protect you. You believed in something once. Ninkyo, chivalry. A way of living with honor in a dishonorable world. On your best days, surrounded by men who would genuinely die for you, it still feels real. But the average Yakuza member is 54 years old. The empire isn't under attack. It's just running out of men willing to believe the story. Level 7. The Successor. But it doesn't end with you. Somewhere in Kabukicho, there's a 19-year-old standing outside a pachinko parlor in the rain without an umbrella. He grew up Burakumin. 3 job applications rejected this month. He got into a fight last week and a man in a very clean suit watched the whole thing and made a call. The ladder is right there. He doesn't know what it costs yet. The Yakuza isn't an organization. It's a story that Japan tells about itself. About loyalty and duty and a code of honor. And as long as there are people with nowhere else to go, someone will be there to tell it to them. It's still running.